the unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. Tua, gonna give it to Achane. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Inside the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, then, man, boy, did they ever.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's Achan. Good blocking, and he's in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
"7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 2. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Rodgers gonna put it up to get started. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
A give. Here's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's A-Rock. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. He keeps it himself.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. Once again, it's Achane. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They bring the tight end in motion. Tua now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. A dive, and he's in! Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run up the middle with Achane. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground is Achane. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Here's a give to Achane to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Third and goal. They'll run with Achane. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. So now Mike McDaniel will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Dolphins stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll get about 5. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's Hall from the pistol. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. Third down and 9. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
On comes Thomas Morstead. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This will be returnable from his own 15. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before He's forced out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They send a receiver in motion left. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Taken in by Gesicki. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Second and 11. They give to Hall. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Thrown left side, the catch is made. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Run the draw with Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Tua. A Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Back to throw is Tua. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Dolphins. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point, up and good. And the Dolphins are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down. On the give, it's Hall. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 5. Here's Tagovailoa. That is brought in. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's H.A. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They face second down and 7. They'll go again with Hall. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Third and 9. Another run here with Hall. And he'll be taken down right at the 35-yard line. Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On the carry, here's NYJ. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now a give up the middle, And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now, NYJ. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Third and long. In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Williams in motion. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Atwell sent in motion here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll run with A-Chain. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that 2-point safety.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a give to Achane. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. In motion, it's Waddle. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On On the handoff, this is Achan. Up the sideline at the 35. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks, but a solid pickup on that first down play.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Once again, it's Achan. He'll work forward for a couple. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. On the ground is Achan. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Rodgers now. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't. Anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That's an RPO quickly into the hands of Waddle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start with an option play to the right. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down and 8. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Third down and 9. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. This fielded inside the 35. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua, going to give it to Achane. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now a give on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. A run up the middle with Achane. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This from 45 yards away. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put Wilson in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Gesicki, the man in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. We're about ready now for the punt. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They motion the slot man left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Williams in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson. Third and 5. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run out of the gun with Achane. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a designed run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark should be enough to put this one on ice.